So Kelly Ripa was just like, Regis Philben must have died at some point. I don't know. But anyway, she said about him, like, I was no illusion. I have no illusions that we were ever friends or anything. He was just kind of hard to work with, but, it's all right. It's whatever. She said something like this. So Kathy Lee Gifford was like, oh, well, I hope his wife and children don't hear about these horrible things she said, and I'm not going to read her book. And, oh, my reality was Regis was the greatest guy ever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking, okay, I don't know any of these people, but just that little snippet is like, well, for one, Kathy Lee Gifford, do you really think that his wife and kids aren't going to find out what you're saying? I mean, they probably will. But anyway, just like, I have no illusions that you think that this is a private conversation between you and an interviewer, because they just put it all over the world. But anyway, I just ran across it because it fell on my Google feed. I'm like, what? I try not to read news, but every now and then I'm like, what is this? But it just made me realize that, okay, let's suppose that everybody here is telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God. Kelly Ripa's like, nah, he ain't that cool of a guy. But we worked together. It was all right. We weren't friends, and it was what it was. And that was her reality. She was being real nice because he's actually a backstabbing narcissist that had chosen her as his supply. And that Kathy Lee Gifford would never know that because she wasn't a target of his. I'm just saying. That's a possibility. So whereas Kathy Lee Gifford feels that she is taking the high road and she's so great of a person, she may have been snowed by a narcissist the entire time. Maybe. I'm not saying. And then Kelly Ripa could be actually the one taking the extremely high road by not outing this a-hole of a person, if that's what the case was. But it just goes to show you the difference in people's angles that they're coming at different relationships. And this is what's so bad about the people that are targeted by the narcissist. When they're a covert narcissist and there's like one target amongst any group, whatever, the group thinks that that person is the most fabulous person that ever lived, and there is no possible way to get anyone to see what the target has coming at them from this person behind closed doors or behind the scenes, and they don't get it. So I'm just saying it would be interesting if, looking at it going, yeah, well, actually Kelly Ripa's like totally awesome for not throwing this guy under the bus for real when he should be. I don't know. It just, when somebody just goes on to say how great somebody was and somebody else is going, well, it just kind of makes me, it wasn't a smear campaign. Kelly Ripa didn't tell, so it wasn't like all these horrible things were said about him. She was just saying he wasn't all that friendly. He was a working relationship, Oh, and he was my dearest friend, Kathy Gifford. He was just so precious. I don't know. Or perhaps Kelly Ripa is a raging narcissist, and Regis was her target, and that's why he's dead. Right? I don't know. Things that make you go, I don't know these people and don't care. Just thinking about this today in between diaper changes with the dog.